Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now in this video let me discuss about the Aurdino UNO programming using wokwi simulator, that is Taffic like controller. Let me study about the Aurdino. What is Aurdino and why Aurdino is required, and the features of Aurdino and the types of Aurdino and the advantages of Aurdino, and later let me see how to build a circuit using a wokwi simulator. Okay, let me tell you what is Aurdino. Aurdino is an open source electronic gadget that reads the input and generates the output based on those inputs. And even Aurdino boards are microcontroller, not entire computer with the operating system on their own like an Raspberry and Pi. And even Aurdino IDE in the free software that allows you to create and upload code to an Aurdino board. And Aurdino was created a design institute of a simple tool for a student with a no prior experience with an electronic or a program. And Aurdino just runs like a C and C++ coding that is stored in the formulas or a format. Now let me discuss about why Aurdino is required. Aurdino has been used in the millions of projects and applications due to its simple and accessible user interface. And Aurdino software is simple to use for the beginners, but it is customized for the advanced users. Aurdino is a valuable tool for learning new skills, and anyone, including youngsters, amateurs, and the artists, even the programmers, can begin tracking by simple following step by steps in the instruction. Let me give some more information about an Aurdino. We study about the major components of an Aurdino UNO and the features of an Aurdino. Now coming to the major components of Aurdino UNO, under this USB connector, power port, microcontroller, analog input pins and digital pins and rest switch and crystal oscillator and USB interchip and TX RX LEDs. Now let me say about the main components and give the detail about them. Now coming to the USB connector, a USB connector is a printer USB port used to load a program from an Aurdino IDE onto an Aurdino board, and the board can also powered through this port. At the second, power port. Aurdino port can be powered port through a AC to DC adapter or a battery. The power port source can be connected by a plugging in a 2.1 mm and centered positive plug into a power jack of the board. And the Aurdino UNO board operates at the voltage of 5 volts, but it can withstand a maximum voltage of 20 volts. And if the board is supplied with a higher voltage, there is an voltage regulator inside between the power port and the USB connector that protect a board from a burning out. Now coming to the next, the most important component of an Aurdino, that is a microcontroller. A microcontroller, it is a most prominently visible black rectangular chip with the 28 pins. Think of it as the brain of your Aurdino. And the microcontroller used on the Aurdino board at Mega 328P at ML, a major microcontroller manufacturer. And at Mega 328 has the following component in it: flash memory at 32 KB and the program loaded from the Aurdino IDE stored here. The RAM of 2 KB, this is a routine time of our memory. And CPU, it controls everything that goes within the device and fetch the program instruction from a flash memory and run it with the help of a RAM. Electrically stable program read only a memory, that is EEPROM of a 1 KB. And in this type of non-volatile memory, it keeps the data even after the device restart and restart. At Mega 32.8P, the pre-programmed with a boot loader, this allows you to direct the upload a new Aurdino program into a device without saying an external hardware program, making the Aurdino UNO board easy to use. From the microcontroller, Aurdino board is used easily. At the last major component of an Aurdino, that is crystal oscillator. In this quantas crystal oscillator, which tricks a 6 million times a second on each tick, the microcontroller perform one operation, for the example addition, subtraction and multiplication and etc. Now coming to the advantages of an Arduino, in the composition to the other microcontroller system, Arduino boards are comparatively affordable. From Windows, Macintosh OS X and Linux and Arduino software, that is IDE, is provided. The Arduino software IDE is simple to big for the beginners, but it is also flexible enough to advanced users. For the experienced programmers, the Arduino software is available as the open source took to extend. The Arduino board blueprints are made available under a Creative Commons license, allowing experienced circuit design to create their modules, version, extendings and uploading in it. At the last, let me come for the features of an Arduino. The features of an Arduino are the microcontroller at Mega 328 and operating voltage, that is 5 volts, and the input voltage recommended, that is 7 to 12 volts, and the input voltage limits, that is 6 to 20 volts, and the digital input or output pins, that is 14, totally 14, and analog input pins, that is 16, and DC current per input and output pins, that is 40 milliampere, and the DC current for the 3.3 volt pins, that is 50 mA, and the flash memory, that is 32 KB, and the SIAM is 22 KB at Mega 328, as you know that, and WPROM, that is 1 KB at Mega 328, and the clock speed is, that is 16 megahertz. Okay, now let us implement the traffic signal using a wokwi simulator. As I already created my account in my phone, and now let me show how to connect and build a circuit. At the first, you add components by the plus mark as present over there on the screen. And you have to take a first 3 LEDs with the different colors, that is not different color in the sense of the traffic colors, and let us assign a pin numbers to the LED, that is red is equals to 8 and green is equals to 12 and yellow is equals to 13. In coming for the program, in the void setup, the pin word is used to assign the LEDs as the output, and the serial begins at 9600 milliseconds. Next to the void loop, the keyword digital void is used to assign the LEDs as a high, and it is used to assign the red LED as a high, and it is on. And as similar as this red light, as we do for the red light, even we can do for the other two lights. That is used to represent a real numbers. In the void set, configuration of an input and output pins take place for the first LED, given a delay time and a high and low values, and this same thing is repeated to the next two LEDs, that is and green and yellow light. Yellow light, as you see in the output. Now let me show how the connections have been done and how it is going to work. Now each color will blink according to the connections over to the connections to the Arduino board. Okay, thank you guys.